Have you ever felt restless for no apparent reason? Do your thoughts keep racing even after you lie down in bed at night? Do the smallest things keep disturbing your peace of mind? If your answer is yes, then the wisdom you are about to hear has the power to transform your life. In the Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna revealed a timeless path to inner peace, not only for Arjuna, but for everyone who struggles with anxiety, fear, anger, and mental unrest. This wisdom is not meant to be heard once and forgotten. It is meant to be lived. If you truly understand and apply it, no matter what challenges life brings, your mind will no longer be shaken as easily as before. On the battlefield of Kurukshetra, the Great War was about to begin. The sound of conch shells echoed across the land as millions of warriors stood ready with their weapons in hand. At that moment, Arjuna turned to Lord Krishna and said, "O Keshava, my mind is deeply disturbed. My hands are trembling, my mouth has gone dry, and I can no longer decide what my duty truly is." Lord Krishna looked at Arjuna with calm and compassion and replied, "Arjuna, a person's greatest enemy is not outside, it is the restless mind within. When the mind is left uncontrolled, even the wisest person can make the wrong decisions. The same is true today. Some people are burdened by financial worries. Others are anxious about the future. Some are heartbroken by the behavior of those they love, while others are crushed by disappointment and failure. From the outside, they appear perfectly normal, but within, their minds are fighting a silent battle every single day. Lord Krishna teaches that the mind is restless by nature. It cannot be controlled through force, but it can be calmed through steady practice and detachment. The first cause of mental unrest is unnecessary thinking. In one moment, the mind is trapped in the past. In the next, it is worrying about the future. And because of this, it loses the joy and peace of the present moment. Lord Krishna says that the person who learns to live fully in the present moment gradually discovers a calm and peaceful mind. Lord Krishna looked at Arjuna with compassion and said, "O Partha, the restlessness you believe is your true nature is not who you really are. It is simply a habit of your mind. Whatever the mind practices repeatedly eventually becomes its nature. If you have trained your mind to worry, it will search for reasons to worry in every situation. But if you train it to remember God and live in truth, that very same mind will become your greatest friend." Arjuna listened carefully to every word. Then he asked, "My Lord, what should I do if my mind keeps wandering again and again? I try to control it, but it refuses to obey me." Lord Krishna smiled gently and replied, "Arjuna, do not try to force your mind into silence. Instead, patiently guide it back in the right direction every time it wanders. Think of a little child who runs off while playing. A loving mother does not become angry. She simply brings the child back with love. In the same way, whenever your mind wanders, gently bring it back to God, to your duty, and to noble thoughts. That is true practice, and that is the path to mastering the mind." Then Lord Krishna continued, "The second greatest cause of mental unrest is attachment to results. People spend less time doing their duty and more time worrying about the outcome. Since the result is never completely in their hands, the mind can never remain at peace." He went on to explain, "Imagine a farmer who carefully plants seeds, waters them on time, and faithfully tends his field.
But what would happen if he dug up the seeds every hour just to see whether they had begun to grow? The seeds would be destroyed. In the same way, anyone who constantly worries about the outcome of their actions loses patience, and the mind becomes restless. Arjuna lowered his head and said, "My Lord, I understand now. I was not afraid of the battle itself. I was afraid of what the outcome might be." Lord Krishna replied, "That is the true source of your suffering. When the mind becomes trapped in fear of the future, it loses the strength to live in the present." After a brief silence, Lord Krishna revealed another profound truth. "Arjuna, the third greatest cause of an unsettled mind is comparing yourself with others." He continued, "The moment a person begins to feel unhappy because of someone else's success or happiness, true contentment disappears. Every soul has its own unique journey. God has prepared a different path, a different test, and a different reward for every individual. Therefore, stop comparing yourself with others and focus on fulfilling your own duty." Then Lord Krishna added, "The day you truly accept that your life is your own unique journey, half the burden on your heart will disappear." He continued, "Anger is another great enemy of inner peace. Anger destroys wisdom first, then judgment, and finally relationships. The one who learns to remain silent in moments of anger saves himself from countless regrets." He said, "Whenever anger arises, never make an important decision immediately. At that moment, your mind is no longer your servant, it has become your enemy. Decisions made in a peaceful state of mind are the ones that bring the best results." By now, Arjuna's face had become calm. He asked, "My Lord, is simply listening to this wisdom enough to calm the mind?" Lord Krishna answered, "No, Arjuna. Wisdom bears fruit only when it is practiced. Every day spend a little time away from the noise of the world. Remember God. Reflect upon the teachings of the Bhagavad Gita. Offer all your actions to the divine. And every night ask yourself, what unnecessary worry occupied my mind today? Slowly, your heart will become lighter and your mind will find peace." Then, in a gentle voice, Lord Krishna said, "Remember this, Arjuna. Perfect peace cannot be found anywhere in the outside world. True peace belongs only to the person who has surrendered his heart to God. The moment you trust that everything happening in your life is part of God's perfect plan, your circumstances may remain the same, but your mind will be transformed." There was no fear left in Arjuna's eyes, only confidence. He bowed before Lord Krishna and said, "My Lord, all my doubts have vanished. I now understand that the path to conquering the mind is not outside, it lies within. I will perform my duty with sincerity and leave the results in your hands." Lord Krishna smiled and said, "This is the greatest secret of inner peace. The person who works without pride, loves without expectation, strives without attachment to the outcome, and surrenders every result to God will never remain restless for long. Therefore, if you truly wish to experience lasting peace in your own life, make these 3 promises today. I will not waste my life on unnecessary worry. I will perform my duties with complete sincerity and dedication, and I will place my trust in God no matter what circumstances I face. When these 3 principles become a part of your life, your mind will gradually become steady, pure, and peaceful. This is the timeless wisdom of Lord Krishna, a truth that is just as powerful today as it was on the battlefield of Kurukshetra. Radhe Radhe.